1972, Patricia Brown from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. 1973, Elizabeth Smith, Tulsa, Oklahoma. 1974, Linda Willis, Muskogee, Oklahoma. 1975, Stephanie Stevenson, Chickasha, Oklahoma. 1976, Jackie Jordan, Clinton, Oklahoma. 1977, Pinky Alexander, Langston University, Langston, Oklahoma. 1978, Deborah Greer, Shawnee, Oklahoma. 1979, Sarita Red, Midwest City, Oklahoma. 1980, Sarah English, Tulsa, Oklahoma. 1981, Lisa Swain, Langston University, Langston, Oklahoma. 1982, Stephanie Carter, Langston University, Langston, Oklahoma. 1983, Lisa Landra, Tulsa, Oklahoma. 1984, Ava Gartner, Lawton, Oklahoma. 1985, Cynthia Shirley, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. 1986, Karen Marston, Central State University, Edmond, Oklahoma. 1987, Sharon Evans, Langston University. And here to tell you about the winner for 1988 is that great non-predictor of winners, Calvin Brady Luper. Calvin, you thought you had the answer to who's going to win the 1988 pageant.
Mom, I did have the answer. I had the answer 16 times over. But like each and every person that was in attendance at this year's Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, I too chose me a winner. I wasn't a judge, and the young lady that I chose was very high up there, and she still is high up there in my esteem, because you know each and every one of those contestants this year, from Miss Black Village to Miss Black Lawton, Miss Black Cameron, Miss Black Tulsa, who I must compliment for having she should have won a trophy for having the most amount of heart there. But all of the contestants were beautiful.
Talk about her.
But the winner.
What do you mean by the contestant from Tulsa?
Well, the contestant from Tulsa was a very beautiful young lady, and she was talented, she was beautiful, she had a good attitude, she was fun to work with. The only thing different about her, and this is at a beauty contest, mind you, is that she had a cast on her foot. And one of the first things that I asked her was, Miss Starks, why would you, no, it wasn't Miss Starks. Miss Tulsa, Miss Tulsa, okay. Stephanie, because, you know, during that week of the pageant, while we were at the Park Inn International, those of us on staff generally addressed the girls according to their state, according to their city. But Miss Tulsa was fantastic in that she was indeed under a lot of pain and under a lot of stress, but she took it all to the heart and made it all the way to the state finals of the pageant. And I think she exhibited the type wares that everybody in Tulsa, everybody in Oklahoma would extremely be proud of. Because it takes heart, one, to be on stage, and then to be on heart with a cast. I think that really deserves an extra special compliment. But the competition was keen, and the cast and sympathy did not, it may have added a little bit, but I don't think it was the bottom line. This year, I'm extremely proud of the fact that it feels good, because I really feel like we may have us a 1988 Miss Black America here, because we have a talented young lady. We have a young lady that wears an evening gown, and she looks like a little Barbie doll. We have a young lady that when she wears a swimming suit, that she just had everybody, men, women, child, elderly, everybody was just sitting there aghast because of the fact that she looked so good in that. And then when she answered her question so intelligently, you know, all of us had that good feeling. And then I felt good too, because she was from the University of Oklahoma, and in the history of the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, there's never been a winner from the University of Oklahoma as a 1900, during the 19 years that we've had the pageant. There hasn't been a winner from Oklahoma University, but this year, a young lady won that brought rain to Oklahoma, and she has a name that is aptly fit for that, and I look forward to what all she's going to do, and that's none other than a good friend, our next Miss Black America, let's hope, Miss Stormy Clark, who is representing Stormy Carr.
You better pronounce that name
Miss Stormy Carr, right. Well, she will be representing Oklahoma and also the University of Oklahoma at the Miss Black America pageant that's coming up. And congratulations, Stormy, and congratulations to all of the contestants. But then, you know, it was a tough year. I'm glad that I wasn't a judge, but I enjoyed my role as a photographer and the fact that I had an opportunity to see these young ladies and to really get a chance to know them. I must compliment, too, the parents and the supporters and the friends of each and every one of these young ladies, because if it hadn't been for them over the 18, 19 years that these young ladies have been around America, around Oklahoma, that, you know, they wouldn't have been such outstanding candidates for Miss Black Oklahoma. And it was fantastic talent. I know the decisions were tough, but the talent was great. The beauty was fantabulous. And we all had a lot of fun in getting the pageant ready to be presented at the Myriad Convention Center last week.
I'm going to give you a number, and the number here is 478-2103, and I would like for you to call and congratulate Stormy Carr.
Stormy Carr, not Stormy Clark, but Stormy Carr.
Okay. Who is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Carr. Now, those of you in Spencer, Oklahoma should certainly be happy, and you may call here and congratulate Stormy. I will tell you more about it. In the meantime, we want to know what's going on in Oklahoma. What's going on as it relates to one of the most outstanding men's choirs in the state of Oklahoma. This is Clara Luper, and this is the Clara Luper Radio Show. Hello?
Hello, Mrs. Luper.
Yes.
How are you this afternoon?
I'm really fine this evening. This is my evening.
Great.
And especially since I have you on the line.
All right.
I'm really wonderful. I understand that you're having something very special at your church. Would you tell me about it?
Okay, I certainly will. And since you mentioned Spencer, a lot of things come out of Spencer. And one of the things that are happening this upcoming Saturday, July the 9th, St. James Men's Chorus will be celebrating 25 years of gospel music.
Just a minute. You mean to tell me that St. James's Men's Choir is 25 years old?
25 years, yes indeed. Singing gospel music for that long. Many of our members have come and gone, but we're still active, and we're going to attempt to share this great day and this great moment in history with the city, with the state of Oklahoma. And to make it even more special, our special guest will be the Williams brothers from Jackson, Mississippi.
Now, I know you aren't bringing the Williams brothers. Are you kidding me?
Yes,
the Williams brothers will be in Oklahoma City?
The Williams brothers from Jackson, Mississippi will be with us on July 9th at 7:30 p.m. at the Civic Center Music Hall.
Do you think you'll have enough seats to accommodate everyone?
I hope we do, and I certainly will. We are definitely working hard to get the message to the people of Oklahoma so they can be aware of the attraction that's coming.
Are you telling me that you are actually bringing, after 25 years, the Williams brothers to Oklahoma City?
Yes, and not only that, there will be other local groups such as Chuck and the New Dimensions, Faith Memorial Men's Chorus, and I'm sure many are familiar with that group, and also one of our aspiring young ladies groups, the Spiritual Emotions. They will also be on the program that day.
Isn't that wonderful? Repeat those groups again for me.
Okay, the special guest, of course, will be the Williams brothers from Jackson, Mississippi, and then Chuck and the New Dimensions, Faith Memorial Men's Chorus, and the Spiritual Emotions.
Fantastic. How much are the tickets?
The tickets, advance tickets are $9.
$9?
$9.
Okay, give me one. Give me a ticket.
Okay,
even though I'll be in Washington, D.C., I've got to be represented. I'm going to have a friend of mine to represent me, but I want one of those tickets for $9.
Yeah, only $9.
And I can get to hear the St. James Men's Chorus?
Yes, indeed.
And the Williams brothers for $9?
That's correct.
Oh, that's fantastic.
What a steal.
What a steal is right. But it's something, I think the spiritual part of it is more important than anything else.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And that's how our group has stayed together so long, because we do attempt to lift up Jesus and to sing praises and bring about spiritual inspiration to the many listeners that come to hear us. And to add to the ticket sales, they're $9 in advance, $12 at the door, and children under 12 free.
Okay, now where can you get some tickets?
The tickets can be purchased at Vanola's House of Beauty.
That's Vanola, who is certainly,
Beg your pardon?
I mean, she is certainly smiling today, because did you know that her daughter was a 4th runner-up in the pageant?
Let's keep that Spencer ringing out.
Okay, well, we'll keep saying it all day. The fourth runner-up, Deetra Armour, Spencer, Oklahoma.
All right. And she's also a member of the Spiritual Emotion.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, indeed.
But she's going to be in Washington.
Well,
somebody take her place. So she'll be in Washington, D.C. because she was voted Miss Popularity at the pageant. Now, let me go back over again. I want to know who are the officers of the men's course.
Okay, our president is Cornelius Anderson.
It's one of my students.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
I too am one of your students.
Sure.
Cornelius Anderson is the president, and our director is Wynn Parker.
Oh, that's another one of my students.
Yeah, yes. I'm out that way, yeah. I wanted to also add that as far as ticket purchases, they can be made also at Herbert's Record Shop and also the St. James Baptist Church.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Since I'm going to Washington, D.C. next Wednesday, and I cannot be here, and I want to buy a ticket, wait, let me see. Who should I give that ticket to? I have some people that have listened to me for years. Wonder how many people out there have been with me for 25 years. We'll see in a minute, because if you've been listening to the Clara Luper radio show for 25 years, when I was on KLPR with Abram Ross, when I was here at KBYE, KAEZ, call me and I want you to be my special guest. Now, I want you to get there early so you can get a very special seat. And when I get back, I want you to come on radio and tell me all about that big, I don't know, it's a spiritual experience.
Okay.
Now, that's fair enough. Now, how can people, you say St. James Baptist Church. Now, suppose that, I'm sure they will want to come in groups, and we should have a 100% participation. How can they get in contact with you?
My number is 732
1040.
1040. Yes, and all the members of the male chorus will be selling tickets for this occasion. The church phone number is 769 4125.
4125.
Yes. And Vanola's House of Beauty, her number is
427
0764.
0764. Well, that is really exciting. We'll be talking to Miss Popularity, Deetra Armour. We'll be talking to Miss... I don't know whether we'll be able to talk to Miss Congeniality, but we should be talking to Miss Black, Oklahoma. And I wish we could get back for that. I just don't see how I can miss it. But I won't miss it because somebody will be there representing me. And I would like to urge those of you that have other engagements or you're going out of town, let's get behind St. James's men's chorus, because this is a chorus that sings for you free.
That's right.
And I think it's really commendable. Who is the organist?
The organist for our church is Gloria Ward, and our pianist is Marva White, which is my wife.
Okay, everybody knows Marva White is your wife, yes. And we know that's another one of my students.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure to visit with you today. Say a special hello to everyone, and please remember me on that particular night, because I will be with you in spirit. Even though I'll be in D.C., I'll be thinking about the Williams brothers. Will you all be making videotapes of the occasion?
I don't know. Sometimes when the professional groups come into town, they don't allow videotaping, but I had planned to take my camera and see if they will allow me to do that. If so, I will attempt to make a video or have someone to do it for me.
Okay, well, I would like to invite you to look tonight at 7 o'clock on Channel 19 for the 1988 Miss Black, Oklahoma. That's tonight on Channel 19.
That's right, I'll be watching.
Okay, it's been a pleasure to talk to you, and God knows I love you, okay? Okay, bye-bye. I want all of you now out there to support. Now, I want you to support St. James, that men's choir. Anytime a group of our people have been together for 25 years, they deserve support just for you. And speaking of support, this portion of our program is being made possible by Sherry's Cleaners. Sherry's Cleaners, and I do have a presentation today to make to Miss Black, Oklahoma, and I'm expecting her to call in the next few minutes, and I will make that presentation from Sherry's Cleaners. Now, Sherry's Cleaners is located at 4905 North Martin Luther King Avenue. This is a cleaners where you can put your clothes in the morning and pick them up in the evening. This is the Cleaners, Sherry's Cleaners, 4905 North Martin Luther King Avenue. Sherry's Cleaners. Now, if you need your clothes clean and you want to look good like you should, all you have to do is to take your clothes to Sherry's Cleaners. Last week during the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant old time Westerners picnic, Mr. Carlos Williams walked in there with some jeans that had been cleaned at his own cleaners, and everybody turned around and said, "How do you do it?" I would like for you to take your jeans to Carlos's Cleaners. And Carlos's Cleaners is really Sherry's Cleaners, but Carlos Williams is an expert. Yes, we are talking about Miss Black Oklahoma is now history. And I want you to congratulate Miss Black Oklahoma. I want you to congratulate Deetra Armour, who's Miss Popularity. She's Miss Spencer, and she won Miss Popularity. Just think, out of all of the contestants, she's the most popular one in the contestant. And she was beautiful. Not only did she walk away with Miss Popularity, she walked away with the 4th runner-up from Spencer, Oklahoma. The 3rd runner-up, Alondro Poindexter from Cameron University. The 2nd runner-up was Deniseland Starks from Spring Lake Park, and people are still talking about that song. You'll get to hear it tonight on Channel 19 at 7 o'clock. The 1st runner-up was Lisa Fute from Edmond, Oklahoma, and somebody told me that Lisa was just so happy, and I'm looking to hear from Lisa Fute, who's the 1st runner-up, and the winner, Stormy Carr. This is the Clara Luper radio show, and it's nothing better than talking to you, my radio audience. This is Clara Luper.
Good evening, Miss Luper.
How are you today, sir?
I'm doing fine, David Walker. I'm just calling to commend all of the young ladies for their magnificent showing, for their demeanor which they exhibited during the week of the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant. And as a staff member, I would like to express our sincere appreciation, not only to the young ladies that participated, but to the merchants, the people that cared enough to take out ads and to support these young ladies in a positive manner as they are trying to make in their lives. I especially want to congratulate our winner. Yes, Miss Stormy Carr is a beautiful young lady. All of the young ladies were very beautiful, very talented, and the feedback that we've been able to get is this has been and was one of the most magnificent spectacles ever seen in the state of Oklahoma. And to those who missed it in person, I can personally assure them that they missed a great treat.
Well, once anyone attends a Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, they always come back. And if a pageant was held tomorrow again, we would have the same crowd, plus each one would bring one extra. I have never seen anything like it. That has grown. In a few minutes, Stormy Carr will call us and tell us about the awards that she has received. Then I have Marilyn Hildred here who will tell us about next year and some of the things that her company will do for the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant. And incidentally, I was invited as a guest of Mr. C. Don, the past owner of the Don's Dairy Queen. He had 30 in Oklahoma. And I heard him speak to the suppliers like the Gilt Edge Milk Company, Coca-Cola and all. And as they related his entire life, he stood and said one of the greatest honors that I've had for the past 19 years is to serve as a member of the board for Miss Black Oklahoma. He stated that 19 years ago he delivered his first speech, and then just only last Monday he spoke with happiness. And then the new company is on, the company Don's Dairy Queen, the name will remain the same. The new owner stood and said, "We shall continue to support the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant," and I thought that was just terrific.
Well, we certainly are appreciative to any and all supporters, and to long-term supporters such as Mr. Don. He knows how we love him because we receive him so well year after year, and we are looking forward to working with the new ownership. Also, I would like to say to the young ladies that were not crowned number 1, 2, 3, or 4, what have you, they are all winners. They were winners when they took the stage. They were winners when they took the step to enter the pageant. And I would strongly encourage them not to be discouraged by the fact that the judges, and I emphasize the judges, did not pick them as the winner. but to continue along this road and attempt to make a positive attempt upon someone's life. I know that they influenced some of the pages, and we could tell that by the gridiron breakfast that we had. So it's all in a positive nature. And once again, from the staff, the promotional and the ticket management, and all of the contestants, I want to personally thank each and every subscriber. And if somewhere along the line we can be of assistance to you, please do not hesitate to call us.
Well, thank you so very kindly, and we'll see you real soon.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Have a pleasant evening.
Okay, bye-bye. This program is being made possible today by Sherry's Cleaners, located at 4905 North Everett Street here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. We will give you the opportunity today to call us and congratulate Stormy Martin. Stormy, I apologize to you. And I was a student at John Marshall High School named Stormy Martin, and I don't want to get them confused. Stormy Carr. This is Stormy Carr. Stormy Carr is Miss Black, Oklahoma. Now, who are the judges? Mr. Maurice Carter from Kansas City, Missouri. Mrs. Barbara Miller, Forest Park, Oklahoma. Mr. Henry Butler from Washington, D.C. Mrs. B.J. Glover with KOCO-TV from Edmond, Oklahoma. Mr. W.H. Harris, Jr. from New York City, New York, who flew here at his own expense and said next year he will be back, and this time he's going to bring some New York City money to give to some of the contestants. Miss Victoria Blocker from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Mr. Lovell Horton from Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Mr. O.J. Strickland, a tabulating judge. Sandra Fia, a tabulating judge, and Mrs. Elnora Douglas, who's the assistant state judge coordinator. Our senior judge state coordinator was in Florida, and we are so happy. We are so happy that even though Letty was not here, Mrs. Elnora Douglas carried on for us. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like at this time to present to you the winner of the 1988 Miss Black Oklahoma pageant. Smiles are out here. Everybody's smiling, clapping. Stormy Carr.
Hello, Ms. Luper.
Well, how are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. I want to congratulate you. Let's go. How did you feel when you won at Oklahoma University?
I felt really good about it. I was surprised and shocked, but eventually I realized exactly what honor that I had received.
I know you had to work hard to get to the state, and I know you want to take this opportunity to thank Oklahoma University that sponsored you and the people that assisted you in coming as your guest. Would you take that opportunity first?
Oh, of course. I don't want to leave anybody out, so if you know that you've helped me and I leave you out, it's not on purpose. First of all, I would like to thank my family. They were very loving and very supportive, and without them, it wouldn't have been. I would like to thank everyone here at OU, and a special thanks goes out to Carmen Petty and Norris Williams, who are behind me 101%. I'd like to thank all of my friends and just everybody for encouraging me to go on and telling me that I could do it even when I wasn't sure myself. And of course, I'd like to thank everyone at the Stubman Village in Norman, which is where I'm employed. They were all behind me and very supportive. A lot of them showed up for the pageant, in fact. And a very special thanks to the staff of the Miss Oklahoma pageant, and to you, Mrs. Luper, because you are the one who made it possible.
Well, I thank you. You know, I'd like all my flowers while I'm living, because when I die, I don't want anybody to send me any flowers. I can't smell them. But what I want to ask you, Stormy Carr, what did you think of the pageant, the week of the pageant? Kind of give me what you feel was the highlights.
The highlights of the pageant were, of the week before the pageant, were the speakers and the tours that we went on. Before we had gone on the tours and heard the various speakers, I wasn't exactly sure what to expect or how it would fit in to the pageant. With all the activities, everything just seemed to everything fell into place, and as a result, we see what happened Saturday night.
Okay, now let's talk about Saturday night. Oh, your dad was looking good, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
And your mother was just simply beautiful. Now, you got your dad in that tux, that white tux, and boy, he was smiling when he walked on that stage with that lovely young lady that's known as his wife. And I want you to stop right now, and I want you to congratulate to Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Carr.
Mom and Dad, I don't know if you're listening, but if you are or not, I want you to know that I love you and thank you very, very much.
Okay, now let's talk about the moment that you won that pageant. How did you feel?
Weak. Very weak. I was so excited. I really don't think to this very moment that I really conceived exactly what honor that I had received that night. Each day I'm thinking more and more about the pageant and reliving the moment. And it's really hard to believe, but I'm very proud and honored to have received the crown from Miss Black Oklahoma. And I will do the best that I can do to represent OU and Oklahoma well.
Well, once you belonged to OU, but now you belong to all of us. With you as you leave for Washington, D.C. on Wednesday to attend the National NACP Convention where you will become involved in educational workshops, the hopes, the dreams, and the prayers of Oklahomans will go with you. And I would like to personally not only congratulate you, but I made this statement on Saturday night. I know your grandmother was really shouting in heaven because that's one thing she believed in, and that was in supporting her children. Well, let's talk about the prizes you won. From Paul's Beauty College, you will receive a $2,000 scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
I know you must be excited about that.
Yes, I am. The only thing I'm trying to figure out is where I'm going to fit it in.
Oh, you're going to fit it in. You have plenty of time, and they don't have a time limit on it. And you'll be able to fix those fingernails and your hair and everything yourself. Now you will also receive a $1,000 scholarship from Phillips Petroleum. Do you have that letter of certification?
Yes, I do.
You received $1,000 cash from Burger King. Is that correct?
That is definitely correct.
How did you feel when you got that $1,000?
Oh, I felt good, real good. A lot of bills and things that I had, everything was taken care of. And I don't know, I remember before the pageant, you came backstage and you passed the check around so that everyone would know that whoever was winning that night would receive the money that night. There were a lot of rumors that a lot of people didn't receive their money or that we wouldn't receive any that night. And I really want to thank you for that. You came back and you cleared up any misunderstandings about what would be received by the winner that night.
Well, that's what I've tried to do through the years, Stormy. I really want to be fair. And did you like the way we selected Miss Congeniality?
Yes, I did.
Don't tell anybody how we did it, but we did it, right?
Yes, we did.
Do you think it was fair?
Yes, I did.
Oh, and Miss Congeniality was that lovely Cheryl Sims from Miss Central State University. All right, not only that, you will be going to the National Convention of the NACP. Your expenses will be paid except your food. You will have to buy your own food. You will also receive an all-expense-paid trip to the National Miss Black America pageant. At that time, they will pay for your food, your limousine fare, and everything else. And at this time, I would like to present to you a $250 gift certificate from Sherry's Cleaners, where you can take your clothes and have them clean, and you'll be looking good just like Miss Black Oklahoma should. You will also receive a $500 scholarship from Marilyn Hildred, and Marilyn is here now to tell us more about that scholarship and some of the things that we can expect next year. Marilyn is real happy, and she might arrange it where that $500 might become $1,000. I have another notation here from Lincoln Plaza. They would like for you and your parents to come up and spend a weekend at their expense at the Lincoln Plaza Hotel. I have another one here. I have a $100 book scholarship from Mrs. Thelma Parks, and I do have a scholarship from the Orange family, Orange and Associates, Joe and Jesse Orange and Associates. The Gold Star Transportation Company will be giving you a scholarship. And I have so many things, but I want Marilyn to tell you all about it, and I know you must be excited about Marilyn's reception and picnic. Here's Marilyn.
Congratulations again, Stormy. I'm really proud of you, and I'm really, really proud of you for becoming the 1988 Miss Black Oklahoma.
Oh, thank you very, very much. You were one of the people, as I mentioned in the staff, you were very supportive. You gave all the contestants numerous pep talks to get us ready for that night. And I just want to thank you now for that personally, because that really helped me.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. And I also want you to know that my company is taking particular interest in you and young people like you all across the nation. And next year we'll be able to do some great and exciting things. And I won't tell you about them right now. But Allstate will be doing some great positive things in the next 1989 Miss Black Oklahoma pageant.
Oh, well, I'm not surprised. I'm definitely not surprised. After that reception, I had a whole new outlook on insurance, period.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that, Stormy. And I look forward to being with you in Washington, D.C.
I look forward to being there with you, too.
Okay, in just 1 minute, please.
Okay.
All right, Stormy. We have thanked everybody, and you've told us, will you be ready to go to Washington, D.C. on Wednesday?
Most definitely. I'll be ready on Tuesday.
Oh, great. Well, congratulations. And I want to wish you a very successful crown, because it was hard for Miss Oklahoma in 1987 to give up that crown. For a few minutes, I thought she thought that was her crown, and she was supposed to have kept it. But I told her, get that crown, because that is a crown. Miss 1987, Sharon Evans arrived, and certainly we cannot stop talking about Virginia Glover and what she was able to do. And we will see you on television tonight at 7 p.m. on Channel 19. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
And thank you for calling.
Thank you.
We would like also to thank Mrs. Cheryl Fowler and her team, those that promoted the Miss Black Page program. That program continues to grow as the young people who have been involved with the Page program have truly benefited. And if you don't believe it, you talk to some of those young people. This portion of our program is being brought to you by Marilyn Hildred of Allstate Insurance Company. Marilyn is here today, and I understand that she is really on the ball with taking care of customers. Marilyn, let's see about your insurance here and what you would like to say to the public.
I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you very much. I appreciate your business. I appreciate your support. And I want you to keep calling me and come by our new location at 9228 North May Avenue, Suite 1B. My office telephone number is 848-7470. I want to again say thank you. Thank you for being my customer. And if you're not my customer, please,
Yes.
I want you to become my customer.
Marilyn, I'm real proud of my insurance agent who's certainly helping young people. What's your insurance agent doing? That's the question.
And I want to also say thank you for coming out to my reception that we hosted on Wednesday night prior to the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant. And you can become my customer quite easily. Only thing you need to do is call me at 848-7470 or 427-8399. Let me become your insurance agent.
Well, that's sure the way to do it. Whatever you want, the Bible say, ask and it shall be given to you. And Marilyn has asked for your business, and I asked the Honorable Floyd Ziegler and his executives, didn't they look good? They walked into that place and they had their tables reserved and they looked good. We would also thank the Alaraff Temple number 20, and certainly we would like to thank all of you because all of you are really looking good.
Is this Miss Popularity?
Yes, this is.
I want to congratulate you for being the most popular young lady and also winning that 4th runner-up. How did you feel when you won? Deetra Armour.
I felt very wonderful. I felt that I had worked very hard, and I just felt excited, wonderful. I was so happy.
Well, are you ready to go to Washington, D.C.?
I am most definitely ready.
Well, you're going to meet the top brains in every area in this nation, and I would just like to congratulate you. Now, out of all of the girls that were in the pageant, the 18 that started and the 16 that made it to the pageant, how do you feel being the 4th top by judges from all over this country, selected by judges in the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant?
I just felt wonderful. I just can't explain the feeling because there was so much competition, and I felt that I just felt good.
Well, I'm just happy
excited.
I'm just happy that you are excited. And I know the 3rd runner-up, Alondro Poindexter from Cameron University, and our own 2nd runner-up, the Niesland Starks from Spring Lake Park, and the 1st runner-up, and I'll be able to get Lisa Foutte and the other ones on next week. You won, young lady, the hearts of many people, not only with your talent and your beauty, but your attitude. And I would like to join others in congratulating you, okay?
Thank you.
And I'll see you soon.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Oh, it's just an honor to work with these beautiful young ladies. And Shelley is back. I am so happy to welcome Shelley back. Shelley is back. She went to the cheerleaders clinic in Oklahoma University and fell a victim to heat and had to come home sick. Shelley, how do you feel today?
I feel just great.
Oh, great. We are happy. How did you feel? For the first time in your life, you were not on that stage with the other pages.
I know.
How did you feel?
I felt somewhat disappointed because I wasn't up there, but I tried to be supportive of the other pages and help them out in any way that I could.
Well, wonderful. Well, this program is being made possible by Burger Brothers. And tell us what's special at Burger Brothers.
Smoked picnic ham, 89 cents a pound. Ribs, 2.5 and down for $2.39 a pound. And country style ribs, $1.39 a pound.
Oh, gracious, at Burger Brothers. Well, I've just left Burger Brothers buying my groceries. And I'm telling you, a smoked picnic ham for how much?
89 cents a pound.
Well, I want some ribs, and I got to have some barbecued ribs for the 4th of July. And ribs down there, how much?
If you buy them country style, they're $1.39. Or if you buy the small kind for 2.5 and down, they're $2.39 a pound.
Well, I'm going to have to buy mine 2.5 down, whatever that means. We had the opportunity on our tour to go to Burger Brothers, and it was quite enjoyable. Shelley?
And Burger Brothers is located at 412 South Harvey.
412 South Harvey here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. For the next few minutes, I shall call upon those of you in Oklahoma City that believe in young people. I shall ask you for your help and your support. This is the time of the NAACP National Convention. And I have a group of young people that have met on Monday nights, every Monday night. Young people that have fought segregation and discrimination. Young people that have participated in programs, large and small. And young people that have not associated themselves with the gangs and other elements in the community that seem to be destroying the things that we believe in so dearly. I'm going to ask you today, the same as I asked you when Alma Faye Posey, Barbara Posey, Gwendolyn Fuller, and others were trying to go to conventions. You came to my rescue. And I would like for you to call me at 478-2103 and tell me what you will do to help the NAACP Youth Council go to its 31st convention. For 31 years, we have taken busloads of young people to conventions. And today, these young people are out in the world doing well. And wherever they are, they should be helping others. But for you, I would like for you to help the young people to go. Some of us as adults are fortunate in that we have jobs and we can pay our own way. But the children need your support. And I know you felt real down this morning when you read about our young people acting in gang styles out in an area of high-income housing. I know you felt badly, but today you have the opportunity to help a child. You can help a child in many ways. We wrote to all of the churches in Oklahoma City, namely the black churches, and we ask for your help. And we expect on Sunday your support. And I would like to thank some of you that have called me and said you were going to support the children. And I want you to look at your records and see how many years it has been since you have helped the NAACP Youth Council, who continues to strive, who continues to try. And I'm so honored that I have the opportunity to ask you to help young people. Because I know that if I would ask you for a drink of whiskey, you would bring it to my house by the cases. If I would ask you for some beer, you would do it. If I would ask you for drugs, you would supply me, but that's not what I want. I want you to help the young NAACP people go to the National Convention with dignity. They should be able to go to the Fighting Fund for Freedom dinner. They should be able to register with your help. These young people have worked hard, and I want your support. I want you to call me here at 478-2103 and tell me what you will do. They have tickets that are sold. The tickets are $1 a piece on a gift-a-rama. And I would like for you to tell me how many tickets you will buy from the young people. In the meantime, I have Alicia Hildred here, and I cannot miss the opportunity of thanking my lovely granddaughter for being my very special guest today. Alicia, what would you like to say to my radio audience?
I would like to say congratulations to all the contestants and congratulations to Miss Stormy Carr. And I like being a page, and I have been a page for all my life, and I get the experience to travel with everyone else, and many kids and many people haven't had the opportunity to travel like other people, and it's lucky for you to be grateful because some kids are not very grateful.
Okay, but the kids in the NACP, you know they would be grateful because all of them are not as fortunate as you, Alicia. And I would like for you to ask your friends to support some of the members of the NACP Youth Council. And we have some calls that are coming in. We are very grateful. Call us at 478-2103.
I would like for all my friends and all my relatives to support me so I can go to Washington, D.C., so I can go and learn about everything. So when I have a chance to be young and I could just tell my kids what I've learned, and I'll give them the opportunity to go to Washington and the NACP conventions too.
All right, thank you, Alicia. Now, Mrs. Hunter.
Why, good afternoon, Mrs. Luper. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm really doing fine. I've just asked the state of Oklahoma to help us send for the 31st year a group of young people to the NACP National Convention. And I would like to welcome you back to Oklahoma. I know you had a fantastic time in Florida, but from now on it would be against the law for you to leave during the pageant. That's an executive order.
Well, I really did have wonderful time in Florida, Mr. Luper, but I'm calling today because I want to congratulate my judges for coming and participating in the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant. And I'm not going to call the names. I'm saying...
Oh, I'll call the names, but I left out Dr. Stella was a judge.
Well, don't you dare leave out Dr. Stella.
Oh, I didn't. I think I called his name,
well,
Dr. Arthur Stella.
I do want you to mention it now, because I did receive a letter from him today thanking me for giving him the privilege.
Oh, let me hear that letter.
I do. I'm at the beauty shop. I tried to get
you
on,
I'm sorry.
And I could not. So I came
Hey, Dr. Stella wrote you a letter thanking?
He really did, and he wanted to congratulate all of the contestants, and not only that, the pages. He felt that we were really giving them an educational inspiration and something to look forward to when they get to the age of being Miss Black Oklahoma. So I really want to thank all of the judges for coming and participating in our program. And I'm also asking people to support my grandbaby, Nate Patterson, because she will be representing the NACP there in Washington, D.C.
Okay, now let's talk about the trip to Washington, D.C. You've seen these young people all of the year. You've seen them working hard. And do you feel that this community is going to get behind these young people and promote them in the same way they did Alma Faye Posey, Barbara Posey, and all? Do you think that?
Well, I really do believe that our community will support our young people. And I want to thank our young people for working as hard as they have worked during the year, bringing in cans and bringing in their little freedom funds, freedom fighting funds, that they also would bring in to help with the NAACP, but especially bringing in all of the cans. So if you do not have any money, you can't say that you do not have any money to help us, because I know you drink a lot of pop, so just barrel those cans up, and we will be up there Sunday afternoon. And if they bring those over Sunday afternoon, we can hope to sell them Tuesday, and they will turn into finance. So there's always a way that they can help us. So if they can't help us financially, we'd be privileged if they would. But if not, they do have a way that they can help us.
I understand that there will be a Help the NACP Youth Council go to Washington, D.C. Sunday from 4 to 7 at Freedom Center. That's 2609 North Martin Luther King Avenue. And you were saying those who aren't able to give $1, $2, or $5, or $10.
$50, $100.
Oh, yes. Some of our friends will send a kid. It costs approximately $390 per child. Now, that includes the money that they have already raised, and I'm sure that you will help them. And when the churches come in tomorrow and make their reports, I am sure that we will have enough to send the 20 young people that are going. It's better to send them to Washington, D.C. and learn how to stay away from gangs and see the positive side of being black than it is to pick up the morning's paper and read about young people running people. And I think this white community should respond immediately to our need. And our need is to send these young people to Washington, D.C. in dignity. Now, some of you that are adults and you said, okay, well, why don't you come and go along? Because maybe you have the technique and the know-how to chaperone 20 young kids in Washington, D.C.
But one thing, Mrs. Luper, until you have that experience, you will not know, because in attending Maryland's reception on the Wednesday night, they had the reception, I had a lady to come and say, Miss Hunter, you know, you asked me to judge, and I have said no. She said, this is my first time coming, and I regret that I have turned you down as many times as I have done that. But ask me, and I am going to willingly help this time and do anything else that I can help, because this is a fantastic project. It's a fantastic preventive program, and I want to thank you for inviting me, and I must hang up now, and I'll see you.
I'll see you. And would you ask the people to help the young people?
I want all the people to come in and help the young people. Remember that I'm on a public line, and I must hang up.
Okay,
Thank
bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Letty. Thank you so very, very kindly for your support. And we want to say again, and we want to say out where everybody can know exactly what's going on. We would like to thank you for your support. You're just wonderful. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show. This is a show that you have waited on. This is the show. I want you to stay tuned to the Clara Luper Radio Show, and I want to thank those of you that are calling, saying that you will support the NAACP Youth Council. I want to thank you. The telephone number is 478-2103 here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The NAACP, in its 79th annual convention, Washington, D.C. We are taking young people to participate in the AXO program, where they will be competing in essays, they will be competing in speech, and they will be competing in science. Tiffany Williams has been working on the sickle cell project, and who knows, when Tiffany Williams goes to Washington, D.C., won't that be something wonderful if she has found that she's closer to the sickle cell solution? She has worked, she has talked to scientists all over this country, and she is ready. We certainly are happy to be getting calls, and you are so kind. And here we have on the line Calvin Whitaker. Calvin Whitaker. Calvin.
Yes, Miss Luper.
Oh, I'm so happy that you called. I understand that you are the coordinator for the trip.
I am, Miss Luper, and I would just like to call in and say I've been listening to your radio show. I am on a real estate appointment right now in Del City on Southeast Sunny Lane Southeast 15. But I am never too busy in my job to stop and help a child. I am the chairperson for the NAACP Youth Council trip to Washington, D.C.